So if you were in your FNAF phase around 2020, you probably know what security breach is and how the game usually plays out, as well as how boring it can be on replays. So one day, while thinking of a solution for that problem, it hit me. Mods. So I took it upon myself to figure out, how does one mod security breach? The answer is looking it up on YouTube. So I picked out some mods and attempted to download the oldest version of the game so they would work and I could experience the game in its full, cursed glory. And now we're here. This video is meant to be a goofy playthrough of security breach. So with that, I will try not to go over every story detail, just to focus on the fun bits and mainly what happens in it. Again, as usual, if there's any constructive criticism you can give me, don't be afraid to say it in the comments. It will be greatly appreciated, but anyways, on with the video. So to start this, I wanted to do an overview of Security Breach as a game, so I don't have to explain every detail in my playthrough. This is solely for the people who don't know or don't remember the basics of what the game was originally, so skip here if you already know. FNAF Security Breach starts Gregory, the character you play as. Gregory has somehow managed to get himself stuck in Freddy Fazbear's green room, and when Freddy offers to get the security guard to help him out, Gregory's all like, no. So Freddy goes, okay, and just tries getting you out himself, which goes swimmingly. So now you have to somehow get out of the Pizzaplex. This is really where the main gameplay loop of the game starts. Run around the Pizzaplex trying every exit Freddy knows of. Along the way you encounter challenges that you must pass, as well as security upgrades which you need to constantly find in order to access more areas in the Pizzaplex. Now this is the basic order of events. You go to the daycare after a failed attempt to upgrade the level 1 pass, which gives you a security level 2 pass. You escape and go to either the loading dock or El Chip to try the exits at either one. However, none of the exits work at this time as it's only like 1:44 and we got 4 hours and 15 minutes to go. Anyways, we do get a security upgrade here, all things aside. We get caught by the security guard trying to escape either place and end up in Lost and Found. We leave there and go to Roxy Raceway because Freddy asks us to, and oh, he's not doing too hot. So now you have to get him to Parts and Service. After a ton of things, we get to Parts and Service where Freddy dies via Moon, a guy from daycare, who places Freddy in Parts and Service. This for some reason means I need to get a new security pass to get into Parts and Service. I go through a section with endoskeletons to get a new upgrade and return to Freddy to repair him. Now this is where we learn that each of the animatronics, who have actually been here the whole time, have special things about them like powerful claws and better eyes. This gives Gregory the bright idea to take those things from them and give them to Freddy. Now here, we have to find a way to decommission either Chica or Monty. Depending on who you choose, you will either have to go to Monty Golf or Fazglock, which gives you a new defensive item to defend against the animatronics. Then from there, you will go somewhere that gives you an item that will help you decommission them. Then, you go to their respective area, use that item, and eventually destroy them. You upgrade Freddy with either of the parts you got from them. Now, the goal is to decommission Roxy. The goal is to run her over, so you have to repair a staff bot head in the arcade. After doing everything in the arcade, you destroy Roxy, take her eyes, and leave. You give them to Freddy in Parts and Service, and now it's 6 AM, so you now can either stay or leave. Staying allows you to either explore the Pizzaplex and get 5 endings, while leaving is just an ending in itself. I'm not going to describe the endings here, so look them up for yourself if you're interested, but I will be going for an ending called the Afton ending. Anyways, let's actually go on with the video. As usual, the funny bear game opens with Freddy dying, and then me, Gregory who I forgot to mod, being inside his room somehow. But something is a tad off. This is our main boy of the game now, Mr. Fazpig, who's going to get us out of the Pizzaplex with as many felonies as possible. But honestly, he seems more focused on the felonies than actually getting us out. He gives me a Fazglock so I can talk to him while we commit said felonies, and I climb through the vents to get Fazpig out of his room, as you usually do. Outside, I end up on Rockstar Row, where we get to see our new modded animatronic cast. This new cast consists of a very scuffed ignited Chica over Glamrock Chica, Glamrock Foxy over Roxy, and screw you because you don't get to see Monty yet. But these will be the guys attempting to foil our night. I get a photo pass to let Mr. Fazpig out of his room, I climb into his non-existent stomach hatch, and we are on our merry way. Until I break or something. Fazpig rushes me to a medical station where a plot or something happens, and we just continue towards the exit as we would normally. Halfway through, Fazpig runs out of battery, and I must continue on my own and navigate past Chica, which I did flawlessly, and get to his security office after an inspiring chase. Oh, hi Springtrap. Oh yeah, I made Monty Springtrap by the way, and honestly, I'm kind of underwhelmed so far. Anyways, I get access to cameras, which let's be honest, we rarely ever used, and a security upgrade to further our crazy night through the Pizzaplex. I get to the main exit where the door's shut because plot, and now I must evade Chica while attempting to upgrade my security pass from 1 to 2 using an upgrade machine, because Fazpig said so. Now here's where I wanted to attempt to break the game, as you know, I was on an older version. But the thing I wanted to do wouldn't work for some reason. In case you were wondering, I saw somewhere that if you jump over the gates using pinch climbing, you can skip the trigger that causes Chica to run the entrance. I kept trying, but eventually gave up and just evaded Chica as intended. I get the crappy magnet and proceed to accidentally make my security pass a daycare pass, which is apparently a good thing. So Fazpig and I agree to rendezvous there to continue the night. I go to the daycare, ignore Sun, and for some reason there is a level 2 security pass there. So I take it, which turns off the lights. That just seems like bad design. But this turns the daycare attendant into something admittedly kind of cool. Introducing one of our next mods, Nightmare's Son. After flawlessly doing the daycare section, where for some reason generators are in a children's play area, I realized, wait, these daycare wires are colored, which explains why I couldn't do the glitch I wanted to. For people who aren't aware, colored wires meant I was on the wrong version. No problem, I just have to download the correct version. I wanted the oldest version anyways because, well, it'd be fun seeing the game absolutely break around me. And after 30 minutes of Pokemon later, I had downloaded an older version successfully. Notice how I said older and not oldest. This is called foreshadowing. Anyways, I run through the game again up until I get back to where I was, which was when I escaped the daycare and entered a recharge station. We get our very foggy glimpse of Vanny, not Glitchtrap, but you know, he barely shows up anyway, so say bye guys, because this is the last time you'll see him for a while. We leave the daycare and head towards the atrium, and this is where I had to make the decision of whether to go to El Chip or the loading dock. I decided on El Chip because I never really went there when I played through originally. But after getting to the security office to take the upgrade, the alarms just started going off, alerting Springtrap and Foxy to my location. But using an advanced tactic called sitting in the corner for 3 minutes, I beat the section. I go to the faulty fire exit to attempt to escape, but it doesn't work because it's only like 3 AM and we must continue till 6 somehow. Then I get caught by a white woman trying to escape El Chip. I wake up and lost and found near the entrance, escape a rabbit man who I could barely see by the way, and head back towards the atrium to come up with a new plan. But the Fazpig ain't doing too hot because he pulled a stupid and forgot to recharge when he needed to. So plans have to wait because now I must get Fazpig to parts and service somehow and repair him so we can continue our night of crimes. This means I now must activate the showtime sequence to activate the lift that gets us to parts and service. So after some tomfoolery, I get a backstage pass that lets me into a security office where I get a new security upgrade and disc to start the showtime sequence. But the animatronics just so happen to show up as I'm trying to leave, and now I must fend them off while also letting Fazpig, who for some reason can stand now, closer to the office to let me out. But there is in fact a glitch that skips this section almost entirely. And I thought to myself, why not do it because I'm supposedly on the oldest patch. Basically, by spamming the first button that lights up, you can just skip pressing any button at all and have Freddy under your vent in nearly a minute. I do not know why this works, but I just call it e-spam. This is my name, certainly not anyone else's who also happens to have a cat. Anyways, I successfully do the skip and start heading towards the atrium. Now here you usually evade the animatronics and start the showtime sequence with the disc you get. However, I had some business concerning the Springtrap man in the spotlight because he had a very small, funny glitch I wanted to exploit. So this glitch basically needs me to deal with the entire atrium while Springtrap is loaded in. Now this took a while because for some reason the glitches I have seen work just didn't, almost like I'm not on the correct version. And after some fumbling around, I remembered one thing that would hopefully work. Yes! I did it! Introducing Giga Springtrap. Astral Spiff is the only reason I know this is possible in the first place. If you know how it works, good for you. If you don't, watch his video. Anyways, now I have to worry about getting around the animatronics to get to the DJ booth. After about 20 minutes of not knowing what to do, I just tried looking it up where one comment gave me an idea. Use the elevator to deload the animatronics. Now that that is done, I put in the disc starting the sequence and rush back down to use the elevator for parts and service. On our way down, however, Nightmare's Son appears and beats the ever-living crap out of Fazpig, placing him in parts and service. For some reason, I now have to find a security pass to get into parts and service, despite already planning to go there, so I don't know what the game plan here was, guys. Anyways, I do the disgusting, unmodded end of section of the game, get the upgrade, and repair Fazpig. Now, after discovering the other animatronic upgrades, comes the option of decommissioning either Monty or Chica. I chose Chica because of a very specific mod I found and wanted to see. Anyways, unimportant essential item gathering later, I head towards Fazblast to get the Phaser Blaster as it is the first step in destroying Chica. After running around and getting items for later, I come across the most beautiful thing I could have ever seen. Both teams oh my gosh. Now no one is safe. But not even a gun could prepare me for this next part. For some reason, I really struggled in actually beating Phaser Blast. From hit reg sucking donkey, Chica being everywhere I don't need her to be, and even the game itself deciding to fall apart at the seams. Oh, I eventually beat it. Now we can go get an item we need to decommission Chica. Oh look, I skipped the boring part. Now we have Monty's mystery mix, which I then immediately use to commit property damage. But apparently, Chica isn't dead yet and drags me to the underworld with her. I find her sitting in a pile of garbage, steal her voice box, and start traversing the sewers. Sometime later, however, this ended up happening, and the only reason I'm showing it is because I think I accidentally made the game scarier for a second.
Or glitch oh my gosh.
Anyways, I run out of the sewers avoiding Chica, and I make it to parts and service and give Freddy the voice box upgrade. Now we have to decommission Foxy because he's the last upgrade before 6 AM. So most of you guys know how this section works with the robot head, going to the arcade to repair it and running over the wolf, or in this case Fox. However, with a very specific glitch, you can just skip to the part where you run over the fox. I planned on doing the skip, but I had a couple of mods in the arcade section, so I'm going to show you just a couple of my favorite clips from there before I attempt the glitch.
I'm only here to see one thing, video game. I'm only here. Actually, no, screw it. I'll just do the arcade. Oh my gosh. Oh, what did I do? It looks so much different than I thought it would. It's just Dawko. Oh, where'd he go? Oh my gosh. Oh my, I think he fell out of the map. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh, come on. Oh, dang it. Hello. Okay, that was really funny.
Anyways, have I told you I've literally never done this glitch before? So yeah, I severely overestimated my own ability to replicate what I see perfectly, and struggled for a while until I just looked up a video on it. This glitch required me to somehow manage to get onto the raceway itself and run over a trigger that would cause the cutscene that decommissions Foxy. I don't know why the trigger is there, but it is. Anyways, once I was on the track, the cutscene started as expected and I committed more property damage. I walk up to the broken, mangled mess that is now Foxy and steal his eyes, but oh, he's not dead yet. Anyways, I return to parts and service and upgrade Fazpig for the last time with Foxy's eyes, which kicks off the countdown to 6 AM. After some fumbling around, we make it to the exit, but I decide to stay because there's a little more I want to do. I don't know how there aren't at least some people coming in with it being 6 and all, but whatever, I guess. Now, the last couple of things we have to do is destroy Springtrap and go to the secret ending with Peepaw Afton. Anyways, continuing, we go to Monty Golf where we pick up the Mazer-size ticket and the camera, which is just a flashbang, and head to the daycare theater to go ahead and get the Mazer-size key. Once I leave, I go towards Mazer-size, do the stupid puzzle with the YouTube video because screw winging it, and get into the vents. However, here is where the foreshadowing comes into play. So as you guys could hopefully tell, I made it pretty darn obvious. I've been on the incorrect version this entire time. This is what happened. So when I entered the catwalks to beat Monty, I wanted to skip the trigger that actually spawns him. However, when attempting it, I overshot and landed back in Monty Golf. No problem, right? Well.
Oh my gosh. No, dude, let me in. What? What? Why can't I get in? Oh my gosh, is there an invisible wall now? The game actually thinks I'm in Monty Golf.
The sad part was I wasn't even able to reset because I had somehow managed to download the version that this is first of all possible, doesn't have the robot head to set you back to 5 AM, and doesn't have saves at all after 6 AM. But let's be honest, that was only like an hour of playtime, so I guess it isn't that big of a deal. The next day, because I was streaming this, I redid all of that and actually just decided to let Springtrap do his normal thing. Anyways, many balls later.
Well, this looks... Oh.
I stole his hands and ran over to Fazpig before the game could completely shatter on me and gave him the hands. Now, it is time to finally go down to the basement. After a long time of playing, I finally made it to the final boss. Sorry about this, but I guess I'm just gonna have to cripple you more.